right, so I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how we put our bundle of yarn on our Kumihimo disc. So you're going to get a disc that looks a little bit like this and a bundle of yarn. I like to, when I pick out my yarn, just grab it by the knot and then pull because then I don't end up tangling everything else. On your disc, you're going to write your name and maybe your class code with a Sharpie. I have a pencil here and I'll show you why in a sec. What we want to do is we want to push this knot through the hole. It's easier, I think, to push the knot through than to try to get each individual string in there. Now I found that the yarn that I bought this year is a little thicker, and so when we tie 7 strings together it doesn't easily fit. So here's a trick. With a pencil you can stick it in there and then go around like this. And if you do that, it's going to widen the hole a little bit. That's going to help. And then holding the knot, I'm going to push it in and I'm going to wiggle it back and forth. It's not going to easily go in, but if I kind of work on it for a little bit, it'll pop through. If you're really stuck, now I can grab this and pull this through, but let's say you're having a hard time. A teacher can help with a little bit of a pliers, pull it through. But I want you to try first because I think most of you can get it. Then on the opposite side of the knot, you're going to spread out your strings. Now it doesn't really matter what order they're in because they are going to change order as we braid anyway. Oh shoot, I'm noticing something. You should have 7 strings, but as I'm doing this, I must have miscounted. I have made, at this point, I don't know, 150 bundles of yarn, and I'm pretty good about getting 7 strings, but I'm looking like this one has 8, so I can't weave with that. I'm just going to take a scissors and snip that off. I suppose this isn't really a weaving, it's a braid, but okay, most of you, actually pretty much all of you should not. This was just a little error. All right, now when you are braiding, we have these long strings. So when we're braiding, we're gonna want to, every so often with our fingers, kind of brush through the hair, okay? That's gonna be important, otherwise they'll tangle a ton. Now, I always have the slit pointing towards me, all right? And then what we're gonna do, I'm holding it with my left hand, and then with my right hand, I'm gonna go starting at the slit here, the open spot, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm gonna take, from underneath, I'm gonna pull that little yarn, pop it out, and push it down into the empty slot. And then I'm gonna turn it clockwise, so the slit is pointing, the open spot's pointing towards me. And then I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'm counting to 4 because I'm counting the empty slot. I think that kind of grounds me and makes sure I'm starting at the right spot. 1, 2, 3, 4. But my daughter, who's a 4th grader, doesn't like to count the empty spot. She just likes to count the strings, 1, 2, 3, up from the empty slot. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling the 3rd string up on the right-hand side from the empty slot, and I'm pushing it down into the empty slot, turning it toward the empty slot towards me, and then going up. So if you're like me and you like counting the empty slot, then you could do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you are like Greta Settergren, my daughter, who does not like to count the empty slot, she likes to just count the strings. It's the 3rd string up. Now mine's starting to get a little weird in the middle, and that's because it's actually starting to create the braid. So I'm going to do a little tug and kind of pull it out a little bit. I'm going to braid a little bit longer so that you can see what it looks like when it starts to kind of come out. And notice how I am taking and brushing through the hair. If you do not, you will have a big old mess. right, I've been braiding for a little bit. You can see it's starting to kind of come out. It does take a little bit. Please know that patience is key. You will not finish this today. It just is not going to happen. But we are going to keep these here and we are going to work on it next time. Now, to keep it so that we don't have everything all jumbled up, what you're going to do is you are going to take your strings and just kind of gently wrap them around. Okay, and we're going to put it away like this. All right. And then we will work on this next time and you'll be able to take the disc with you. So even if you don't finish, you'll be able to take it with you.